In this Scratch Junior project, you'll design your own maze and use arrow buttons to move your character through it. The goal is to reach the finish line without touching the walls. If you touch a wall, you'll go back to the start. When you touch the finish line, you'll see a you won screen. Here's how the finished game looks. Now let's try making our own. Let's start. First, remove the default character. Press and hold on it. Then tap the red X when it appears. Now we'll create the maze. Tap the plus button on the right. Then tap the paintbrush at the top. Use the square tool to draw your maze. You can make the lines thicker by selecting the fourth black rectangle beneath the tools. Draw paths and obstacles for your maze, but make sure your character can move through it and has a clear start and finish. When you're done, tap the check mark. If your maze looks too small, tap the purple button. Drag the grow block and tap it until it's the right size. Make sure there's enough space on the side for your arrow buttons. Next, let's add the player. Tap the plus button again and choose a character. I'll choose the chicken. If your character is too big to fit inside the maze, drag the shrink block and tap it until it fits nicely. Then move it to the start of the maze. Now we'll create the start and finish lines. Tap the plus button, then the paintbrush. Use the square tool to draw a green line for your finish. Tap the check mark and drag it where you want your maze to end. Let's make the arrow controls. We'll need 4 arrows: up, down, left, and right. To draw one, tap the plus sign, then the paintbrush. Use the triangle and the square tools together to make your arrow shape. Fill it in with the paint bucket tool and make it any color you like. If the arrow is too big, use the shrink block to make it smaller. Now create the other 3 arrows. Use the rotate tool on the right side to turn your triangle into the right direction. Once all 4 arrows are ready, drag them to an empty spot on the screen. Tap the plus button on the right to add a new page. Delete the default character. Tap the background button and pick any background you like. Tap the ABC text button and type "You won." Let's add some confetti. Draw it using the brush tool and use different colors. Make the confetti larger with the grow block. Then drag the block back out to remove it. To animate the confetti, Drag the green flag block. Tap the orange button and drag the set speed block. Make it the fastest speed. Tap the blue arrow block and drag the down arrow block down. Tap the red button and drag the repeat forever block. Now the confetti will keep falling. Let's go back to our maze page. Let's start with the chicken. We'll use message envelopes so the arrows control its movements. In the chicken's coding area, drag up, down, left, and right arrows. Then open 4 open envelopes. Each one will match one of your arrow buttons. Let's give them different colors. For up, we'll put orange. For down, we'll put red. For left, we'll put blue. And for right, we'll put green. For each envelope, drag the matching arrow block and then the end block. Now let's code the arrow buttons so they send messages to the chicken. Go to the up arrows code area. Drag the start on tap block. Then drag a closed envelope and change it to orange. Add the end block. Repeat this for each arrow. Just make sure the colors match the chicken's envelope colors. A tip is to copy the line of code by dragging it to the other arrows and just changing the envelope color. Now let's make it so that the chicken restarts when it bumps into a wall. In the chicken's coding area, drag the start on bump block. Tap the blue arrow button and drag the go home block. Add the red end block. Next, go to the finish lines coding area. Drag the start on bump block. Tap the red button and drag the go to page 2 block, so it switches to the you won screen when the chicken reaches it. Now we're done coding. Tap the full screen button and try out your maze game. Use your arrows to move your chicken through the maze. Nice work! You just made your own maze game using block coding. Now try to make it even better. You could add more walls, tricky paths, or even a timer to see how fast you can win.